Hello people, and this is Alternate History Oink, welcoming you to the fourth part in the Victoria II American History series. This will be the 1890s and early 1900s, from the very important election of 1892 to the Unemployment Subsidies Act of 1901. I know it sounds boring, but that's just the bread of the story. The real entertainment is the meat in the middle of the sandwich. Like or subscribe if you like the video. And into the 90s we go. It's 1892, and in the presidential election, Eugène v. Debs won. Who is Debs? Well, that's a good question. Eugène Victor Debs was a 36-year-old former railway worker from Indiana. He rose to popularity within the Socialist Party and eventually became the presidential ticket in 1892. Since the New York Revolution, socialism had grown in popularity, especially across the Northeast. By inciting everyone to unite against the capitalists, not just radicalized workers, but the middle class as well, this discontent led to the socialists to gain 10 of the most populous states in the US, taking 46% of the vote. It wasn't much of a lead, but with how much of the US was divided, it was very much enough. The US joined to be one of the sixth nation to have a leader and party be socialist. The period from 1892 to 1895 is what's called the Great Peace. It was when the US wasn't involved in any major conflicts, allowing the US to focus on internal affairs by passing the minimum wage bill of 1894, making a national minimum wage. It was not livable, but it was progress. This era was also called the Gay 90s. People enjoyed the Gilded Age prosperity, causing more and more to want the Socialist Party. In Russia, the instability of the bourgeoisie had become too much as anarcho-liberals challenged the Tsar. This was the Russian Revolution of 1896, or the First Russian Revolution. This foreshadowed how across the world radicals would be more radicalized. In 1897, President Debs was re-elected. Even with the Great Peace, Governor William McKinley of Ohio was able to gain a large backing with 21% of the vote, pulling socialists down a percent. This victory helped lower the maximum work day to 8 hours. In Europe, Romania caused a crisis trying to get Siebergen in Transylvania. The conflict split Europe, with Germany and Italy, unsurprisingly, aligning against Austria. The US and UK joined. Why the US joined Austria? Was to maintain stability. It's not like Transylvania was contested, or Romania was an oppressed people. So in America, this was just a way to stop a second European war, because nobody wanted that. Meanwhile, from October 1897 to November of 1900, the US ran an expedition to the North Pole. It was inspiration for the children of America and also showed off America's scientific prowess to the world. In 1900, communism finally did something. In New Zealand, a British colony, communists finally overthrew the government, leaving the British Empire. Though it was not unanimous, and the government was still very much a dictatorship, it cemented the rights of all New Zealanders. This was a shock in the world and caused a deep Red Scare. Everywhere, governments denounced it and inspired other communists to try revolution. The US joined the International Olympic Committee and decided to participate in the 1901 Amsterdam Olympics. The US won multiple medals, bringing pride back to the country. On May 27th, Congress passed an unemployment subsidies thing so those who were unemployed could live a little. Not much, but it was still progress. In the 1902 presidential election, President Debs won a third term in office. It was unusual, sure. It had never happened in all of American history, but Eugène Debs was just that popular. It continued the Socialist Party's dominance over the three-party system. It was the first election since the disbanding of the Republican Party, and therefore, Mr. Author, it wasn't more divided, it was less divided. April 5th, 1902. Alaska gained statehood as the 50th state. This was nearly 50 years after the purchase of Alaska. It was the culmination of decades of work. In May 1902, Greece wanted East Macedonia from the Ottomans. The British backed Greece in this crisis, which was still in their sphere of influence. This threat of a great war against Britain caused the Ottomans to concede. Meanwhile, in Congress, a bill for trinket health care passed, with the intention of giving people better health care. A colonial expedition was held in the state of Washington in 1904. This showed off many things from the territories such as American Borneo, Kiribati, and Fiji, among others. Meanwhile, two generals that we really don't know the name of passed away on the same day. I wasn't really paying attention enough to write it down when I was playing the game. Fascism was born on June 24th, 1905, which, though inactive in 1905, would surely come up after the Great War. It would inevitably lead the world to go into chaos when it was made. Finally, Congress passed a bill for low unemployment subsidies, raising the standard of living massively. At the end of the chapter, ChatGPT goes on, stating that Eugène Debs' legacy, which mind you isn't even over, was multiple things that he did, and also didn't do, which the inaccuracy is annoying to the one who played the game, because he knows what happened. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time. This alternate history oink. Goodbye.